adored by everybody right now.
Have you heard of the Dream Center?
Yeah, I have.
Have you checked them out?
Yeah, they have a cafe that they do. You know, they feed the homeless breakfast, lunch, and dinner too.
They have housing though also.
Yeah, and they also have like a treatment facility too as well. Yeah, and it's Christian based. It sounds really good. It's just we gotta call over there to see
Yes.
if they can, if they're able to, you know.
Is that something you guys might be interested in?
Yeah, we're actually looking into a couple of places that we go to the library and we apply online, and you know, we check our emails from day to day, and we do have interviews here and there. The hard part for us right now is finding a dog
The
sitter
babysitter?
for her.
Yeah.
Because she is literally attached to me. She will not.
She is a
She
cutie.
will not even like. She won't even let me out of her sight at all. She is very overprotective on me when she needs to be. When she feels threatened by somebody, she lets me know. And like, you know, like for us Native Americans, we like to think like, you know, dogs and cats, they can see what us humans can't see. You know, they can see evil spirits.
They sense the.
Yeah, like
She's cute.
they make a lot
Chelsea.
of. Like, I love having her because with her being in my life so far is cute. Like, I'm more happier. I'm not thinking about, you know, what happened.
Maybe you could try and get her as like a service animal.
I'm actually on my way to the library today to do that because a friend of mine that I just
She's
met
cute.
today
Chelsea.
told me that I can get her registered as a federal service dog.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I know you said that you guys have been out here a while. Would you say it's pretty dangerous being out here on the streets?
Well, where we're at right now, we're like posted out, like, you know, kind of like somewhere where hardly anybody's at. That's the places that we go for, like where it's isolated and nobody will go, like nobody has ever think of going through there or whatever. So yeah, basically we're just like we're hidden from everybody. We don't tell anybody where we're at.
That's good. Stay safe and.
Yeah, and it's security for me too, you know, because my fiance will not let me out of his sight whatsoever.
Good.
Like, the only time I probably be out of his sight is like when I'm, you know, hanging with my girlfriends or whatever, and like, you know, he's having fun with his friends and stuff, and like, other than that, I'm always with him 24 hours a day, and you know, it makes me feel safe. And,
Protect you.
Yeah, he protects me all times. He will not let anybody like call me, you know, any names, or he won't let anybody like address me in a certain way, you know. And
do you guys have a phone?
we're working on it. We did have a phone, but having a phone out here, you can't have a phone out here, seriously, because like, you know, people see a phone and then all they see is money. You know, like they can trade that for drugs, they can trade it for whatever they're addicted to, you know. And
How are the police with you out here?
the police officers, some of them are kind of, I don't know, some of them they're okay, some of them aren't so bad, some of them are pretty good. Some of them they kind of have crappy attitudes towards me, you know, towards like people that are homeless, you know. And like, it's like why are you guys treating us like that? We're human beings too. Like, I don't like it when officers are like that. When, you know, they have a bad day and then they bring their stuff to work and they take it out on a lot of innocent people. Like, and I seen like I always watch a lot of news and I see what's all going on and what's, you know, going on around here, and it's crazy. Like,
Well, and I think just, you know, what we try and say, everybody's one paycheck away from being on the streets.
yeah,
Everything is
true.
so expensive.
I know.
Everything. So even if two people have two full-time jobs, it's still so expensive. She's so cute. She's super. So I think that, do you have any work experience?
Yeah, I'm actually a machine operator. You know, like, you know, in warehouses they have these big old factory machines. I know how to run a couple of them, and I also know forklift operations. I do know a little bit of carpentry, and I do a lot of janitorial work. And
So when we put this up, I'm going to say if anybody's hiring or needs any help, let us know. We will come find you. We could also get your email address, since you could check your email, so that we could, drop your email. Anybody that, if you know anybody out in this area that's looking for work, maybe they could help you guys out. And then I do want to talk a little bit, because what we've noticed with our channel, a lot of homeless addiction and mental health stems from unresolved trauma. So when we go through things in life, and I heard you mention both your parents were alcoholics. How was your childhood growing up? You said your grandparents raised you, right?
Yeah. Well, I was raised by my grandparents my whole life. They saw me, and my parents my parents were drinking, and my grandma didn't want to see me and my siblings. Well, it was just me and my brother at first, and then later on in 30 years, my sister and my brothers came. So my mom's only got 5 kids. 3 boys and 2 girls. I'm the second oldest. I have an older brother. I have 2 younger brothers and a younger sister. And me being around my parents, getting to know them when I was a kid was a lot to process for me, because like when I snapped into reality, I guess you would say, from being a kid, all I remember was being around my grandparents, and I always called them mom and dad. But later on, I was introduced to my dad and my mom, who I thought were my auntie and my uncle, but come to find out they were my parents. And my grandma told me that we're just watching you and taking care of you, because we don't want to see you get hurt or anything, get taken away and go to a different place from us. And so my grandpa and my grandma actually took me in, and when I was a baby. So I stuck with my grandparents. My grandparents, they gave me a good home, loving, caring, warm home. And my grandparents, they used to be alcoholics too. My grandma, she was supposed to die from drinking, but she just, she prayed so hard, and they ran a bunch of tests on her. They checked her liver, and I don't know, I guess somehow, my grandma's prayers were answered. She wanted to live longer, and she was given a brand new liver, like a baby's brand new liver. Like, she was completely healthy. And from that day on, ever since she found out she wasn't sick anymore, she went back to church. So I guess like a couple of years before I came along, my grandma and my grandfather had actually turned their lives around.
Good.
My grandma went to church first. My grandfather followed right after her.
Good.
And my grandma and my grandpa were always together, no matter what. Just 2 peas in a pod, those two. And being around them, and being raised the right way, and being told what's right and wrong. I picked up a lot of wisdom from my grandparents, and I picked up a lot from them.
Good.
My grandmother, she used to make, our traditional camp dresses, men's traditional ribbon shirts, and she made our traditional crate boards where we carry the babies in. And my grandmother did a lot of beading. She did a lot of beadings for earrings, necklaces. I got into everything too. I like to draw, I like to color, I like to, paint.
All that was passed down.
Yeah, everything I've learned. My mom, she did a lot of crocheting, so I started doing that, and I got into like, I don't know, just basically anything done with art. Yeah, I even like got into, sewing. So, my fiance is asking me why I kind of like stopped on everything, because being out here, we can't have anything out here, because everything gets stolen, and people see things that cost a lot, it's gone instantly. And me and my fiance, we've had our bags stolen from us more than 6-7 times already, and starting every
now with Chelsea in it though, right?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, Chelsea, we finally had her for about 3, almost maybe going on 4 months now, and since she's been in our life, everything's been going a lot more smoother for us. Like, we're more happier. Everybody's always like, they only know us to be with her. So when she's in her backpack, they're like, "Where's the dog?" Like, she's in her backpack. They're like, "Uh-oh, what does she do now?" And I'm like, "No, she's
Are you?
I miss her from when she was a puppy.
She puts a smile on your face. I see that.
She
definitely does. Can you receive any benefits from the tribe?
Our tribe doesn't exactly give out benefits. We don't get per cap or anything like that, like all these other reservations. Yeah, we don't like. Yeah, basically the only thing that we can get, help with is like food and getting on access, getting on food
same
stamps.
resources that you have out here.
Resources in every other cities,
Now, I asked you, do you have children?
Yeah, I have 5 boys and 1 girl.
And where are they at?
They're with friends of the family and family members
But
back home.
you get to see them?
Yeah, I see them every now and then. It's been a minute since I've seen them, but the last time I talked to my aunties and them and other guardians, they told me my kids were doing good, that they're all doing good, and they're actually all pretty smart in class. They're all doing really good, I heard. And I'm just like, I'm very happy to hear that, But, yeah, so, yeah, my 5th oldest one's birthday is actually next month, along with mine. And
when is it?
My birthday is January 24th. I will be 33.
Well, you look great.
Yeah.
And then your oldest one is?
My oldest one, Mickey, he is 17. He's going to be 18 in March. And he's going to graduate high school.
Good. And then the baby?
The baby, she is going to be 7 in March.
Are they all on the reservation?
Yeah, they're all back on the reservation. They go to school out there. Yeah, apparently they're doing really good. Some of them are on honor rolls. Some of them are straight A students, and they're very well behaved.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, what would you say? Would it be dangerous as a single woman being out here on the streets?
For the ladies that I see out here, yeah, it is pretty dangerous. Like, if I always tell these ladies, you guys should always be with someone. Like it doesn't matter if it's another girl or if it's like
buddy system.
Yeah, like a buddy system. Like you need somebody there to help protect you.
Watch your back.
Like literally, like it's very rare for us people to trust other people, especially newcomers, like new people out here. We're just like, we'll just stand there like watch and like wonder what they're doing, and then like some of them are just like how do I say it, travelers. They just come passing through. That's it. But some of them are actually pretty funny to hang out with sometimes, or just somebody to talk to too. That's how me and my fiance feel like. We feel like we're counselors for everybody out here because.
Well, you seem wise.
Yeah.
You have a lot of wisdom.
Yeah, I pretty much would say I would because I was raised around my grandparents, and being around my grandparents, being around all their friends and my
and the faith.
Yeah.
Your faith, right?
Yeah, that was one thing. My late grandfather used to tell me. He's like, whenever you're in trouble, no matter whatever you're going through, no matter whatever
Amen.
it is, then you have that minute just to stop and just say a little prayer.
Amen.
And it does help, like it's helped me a lot. Like, I still have faith in God. I don't blame God for, taking my parents and taking my siblings and, my aunties and uncles, everybody that has all passed on. He takes the best ones first. So I believe my parents, my grandfather and my siblings were all taken for a reason. And I don't blame God for it. A lot of these people out here that are on the streets, it's because of they lost a loved one. And it's hit them so hard to where it's made them,
that process part of it.
It's like they haven't even get like halfway through the grief process.
Now, my last closing question is, if anybody's watching this, maybe going through it or about to go through it, do you have any words of encouragement or any final words to anybody that could be?
Well, if they're new into this, ladies, if you guys are by yourselves, make sure you guys always have somebody or at least some sort of protection on you, because there are people out here, guys that will rape women. And like, you know, most of all, if you guys are couples, don't fight. Stick with each other. As me and my fiance would always say, you know, just jump them. It's just a saying that we always say to every couple out here, and you know, they think it's funny, but you know, it's just like, you know, you guys are a team, stay a team, because being out here in the streets can put a lot on your relationship as well too.
You two against the world.
Yeah, so right now, me and my fiance, we're doing good. So, and make sure you guys take advantage of your resources as much as you can. And it doesn't matter whatever it is, just take it because it helps. Trust me.
So when we get off, I'm gonna try and make a couple calls and maybe look into what one did I say? Not Teen Challenge, the Dream Center.
Yeah, the Dream Center.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then we'll get your email so we have a contact. But I just wanted to say thank you so much for inviting us into your world and showing us your beautiful little prize right here. She is so cute. And I hope you have a great day.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.